Don't poke your eye out, Donna. Okay, I won't. I'm putting on the readers. Gonna break through here. The love-inspired Arlene James, large print. This was actually back in September 12. I'm going to teach y'all something. Now, when I go to buy books, this is going to be educational for those of you who don't know. This actually came from the Harlequin place where I ordered this book way back when and just now got to reading it. But if you look right here on the binding, it'll tell you like historical romance, love-inspired, whatever. That's how you can find the books that you're looking for, just in case you were wondering. Now, I'm going to read you a little bit of the back, like I always do, read you the Bible verse, and then we're going to hit they give you actual questions to ponder. So I answered a few of them, and I felt like sharing those with you. So I didn't mark any of the book. It's still going to get a fairly good rating, but of course it just didn't have that, oh my goodness, but it's going to get a fairly good rating because I liked how he supported her, and he fought his emotions of love, but yet so did she. But however, love conquered all in the end. Love-inspired, an amnesiac bride, an injured woman in a wedding veil on Jack Colby's ranch property. Jack has no idea who she is, and neither does she. Quote-unquote Kendra doesn't even know her own name, what the veil is all about, or where she even belongs. And since Jack's entire life has changed with an unwelcome discovery of a twin brother, he's not in the mood for secrets or surprises, like finding out Kendra might be spoken for. Yet, as even she helps him open his heart to his own family, he finds himself praying for the opportunity to make new memories. And of course, it's the series of Texas twins, two set of twins, torn apart by family secrets, find their way home. I'm going to read you a little bit here of the inside to give you a little bit of insight. I'm going to read you the Bible verse, and then we're going to hit right to the questions. You were wearing the wedding veil when I found you, Jack told her. Wearing it? She stared at a wide satin-colored headband to which the gossamer fabric was anchored, then looked down at her jeans and her athletic shoes. I don't understand. Well, that makes two of us. Maybe you were running from your wedding. Why would I do that? She demanded. Don't know. You aren't wearing an engagement ring. She checked her left hand. I'm so confused. Her thick brown eyes fluttered down, masking her fear. Shaken, he got into the driver's seat. He would keep the distance after he got her out of the ranch. She wouldn't be around long anyway. Someone was bound to be missing a woman like her. Probably a man, a fiancé maybe. For some reason, that idea just irritated Jack. Arlene James says camp meetings, mission work, and church attendance permeate her Oklahoma childhood memories. It was a golden time which sustains me, yet, however, only as a young widowed mother did I truly begin growing in my personal relationship with the Lord. Through adversity, he had blessed me in countless ways, on which ways is a second marriage so loving and romantic, it still feels like courtship. After 33 years in Texas, Arlene James now resides in Bella Vista, Arkansas, with her beloved husband. Even after 75 novels, her need to write is greater than ever, a fact that frankly amazes her as she has been at it since the 8th grade. She loves to hear from her readers and can be reached via website at www.arlenejames.com. Special thanks and acknowledgments to Arlene James for her participation in the Texas Twin miniseries. It says it was copyrighted in 2012. In the same way the Spirit helps us in our weakness, we do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. Romans 8:26. Now, in the back of this Love-Inspired series, which they stopped doing this, and that's one reason I think I dislike getting those books and I discontinued it. They give you questions for like a group discussion. I picked out a few questions, and I'm going to answer them with you. And I thought that was only fair. So it gives you a little bit about the book and the question, but entices you to want to read the book at the same time. Number 1, how important is that we know about our past? Jack Colby thought it was very important until his curiosity resulted in his mother's riding accident. After Belle fell from her horse and wound up in a coma. That's his mother. Jack decided the past should be left alone. Was he right? Yes. All we can do is live in the future now. The future is ahead, What's done is done. We all have moments of regrets and I can't talk tonight, I'm sorry. We all have moments of regrets and wish things would have gone a different way. In Jack's case, he felt so responsible for his mom's accident, so he kept the horse in a separate area, and to me it was like he was punishing the horse. And it really wasn't the horse's fault, but that just felt that way to me. And he wanted his mom, before the accident, to answer questions about her past, and there was such pressure on his mom that the answers became what really caused the accident to happen and put his mom in the coma, is what I felt. So maybe if he wouldn't have been so pressuring, it wouldn't have resulted so badly, and she wouldn't have wound up in the coma. So maybe all that pressure about the past did affect the future. See what I'm saying? Number 6. Most people think that amnesia wipes away all memories, but that is usually not the case. Even when the victims of amnesia forget their identities, their pasts, they still recall how to walk and talk and perform functional tasks. Amnesia may not wipe out our education or even our skills. Would you find amnesia frightening even if you could manage to do what you were trained to do? How would you react? Yes, life is about challenges, and we can't expect an asphalt road. Usually it's gravel or dirt, sometimes even brick. You can't give up. There are moments in life we all feel defeated, or what's the use? Even on our darkest day, or the darkest hour, the darkest minute. When we choose to move ahead, we make the right decision to face our challenges. Whatever the day may bring us, we have to be there to meet it and greet it, meaning never give up. Okay, question 10, which is on the next page. Jack's life is in turmoil. His mother is in a coma. Siblings he hadn't known existed suddenly pop up. His supposed father, Brian, is missing and possibly ill. He has a twin, a carbon copy of himself, for whom he has no affinity. Add to that a previous romantic disappointment and the sudden engagements of first one sister and then another. Wouldn't it be wise for a man in his position to avoid emotional entanglements? So why didn't he? It would be wise. I believe Jack avoided Kendra as long as he could. He finally came to realize that what he needed was her. And even when she was putting bits and pieces together of her life, she was realizing that she knew some of the answers to the questions that he couldn't answer. And then he wondered why. And all of that made him believe that she was a mystery to him. And men like mysteries. So therefore, that was an open-ended question, and he wanted to get to the bottom of it with her. But yet he was scared because he thought if once she found out or remembered where she came from, that would be the end of whatever they had blooming. And he didn't want that. So even though he was scared to love, he loved her. Now we're going to get to the next question. Number 11. Kendra's life is also in turmoil. She has no memory of the past. No money, no place to live, not even a change of clothing. She doesn't even remember her real name. Wouldn't it be wise for a woman in her position to avoid emotional entanglements? So why didn't she? I believe Kendra felt unsure of love. Because the amnesia, everybody kept reminding her, you have amnesia. And her unknown past, she was a little bit scared to let her guard down around her heart and her mind especially. And I think it took Jack to make her realize that no matter good, bad, or indifferent, he wasn't going to run. He wasn't going to leave her behind. And if she went missing, he dang sure would have went looking for her. And that's because love conquers all. The next question. We move down to 14. Kendra's memory returns after she bumps her head again, but her love for Jack remains even after she recalls her past. What if her memory had not returned? How would you have advised her if her amnesia seemed permanent? Her memory had not returned. I would say that she should continue living her life as she was doing with Jack. Not be afraid of love, but most importantly, to live with love. Take that leap of faith, but most importantly, do it with Jack. Go with Jack. Be with Jack. Marry Jack. And go with love. Question 15. Jack and Kendra's story is pure fabrication. Their romance is based upon supposition that God can and does arrange circumstances in our life to bring us to places and people He wills us to be and know. Does that ring true for you? Why or why not? I have faith in God, and I will admit that I have had some unforgettable relationships where love is concerned. I just don't know. But I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to be hopeful. And I will leave it with saying I'll just give it to God. With that, that's my videos for tonight, folks. I know I'm not singing because I work again tomorrow. I'm actually in shock that I did this. But I had finished this book. And usually when I finish the books, I make it a point to get a book review in that night. So I have started reading another book. I am in love with this book. He is my dream man, and I just think this cowboy looks like Ryan Pavey, my favorite actor on the Hallmark Channel, just so you know. Anyway, it is an amazing book, and I can't wait to share this with you. But I have not given you the rating on Carbon Copy Cowboy. Let's give it a 7. So it's past the and into the yay. So it's made it into the yay and read. So there you go. There's your rating. Check out that book when you can. God bless. Good night. Till next time. Love you all. Keep 6 feet apart. Wash your hands. Use your hand sanitizer. Wear your mask. Love each and every one of you. And I hope to see you again soon.